Hello.
Hi, everybody.
Kayla Lords.
John Brownstone.
Of Loving BDSM, where we help kinksters like you have happy, healthy power exchange relationships. We're back with another 5 things you want to know, quick tips. And somehow, we're just now getting to this one.
Wow, how did that happen?
Impact play is our absolute favorite kink.
Yeah, it is.
It is the thing we do, like, right after power exchange, then there's impact play.
That's right.
But, we do other things, but those are the two.
Makes a big impact on our relationship.
I'm so sorry for the impact play puns that will happen henceforth. We have done a really long podcast episode on this. If you want to deep dive into how we feel about impact play and how we play with it, links in all the places. But today, let's just do some quick tips, reminders for both newbies and people who maybe have been out of it for a while, getting back into it, not sure how you feel about it. Yeah, that's what we'll do. So first, let's define impact play.
Okay.
Basically, is when you hit somebody or you are hit by somebody. That's the simplest definition. Now, what hit can mean varies depending on what you use, the part of the body you strike, how you strike that part of the body. But basically, impact play is hitting consensually, of course. Always do so with consent. So
that's very important. Yes.
Very important. These are the things you should know about impact play.
Okay. Number 1, spanking is only one form of impact play.
I like to think of spanking as like the gateway kink to impact play.
Yeah, pretty much, kinda, sorta, yeah.
For some people. So some people just spank. That's using your hand to tap that ass. Wait, I think that means something different for the kids, but y'all know what I mean.
You know.
If you stay with that and you never do anything other than spanking, that's fine. You are into impact play at that point still, but that's fine. But it is so much more than that.
Yeah.
Punching. Face slapping.
Yep.
Caning.
Yep.
Paddling. Flogging.
Yep.
Whipping.
Yep.
What else?
Crops.
Just smacking and hitting other parts of the body that aren't the butt.
Anything that can be used for impact play. Taws.
Hitting anywhere on any part of the body.
Wooden spoons.
Beyond your hand and a butt.
Yeah.
So it is just one form. It is often the starter form. It's the easiest in the sense that it doesn't require a lot other than consent and a hand or two, and a butt or two. But that is only one form of impact play.
Number 2, you don't have to use toys. Your hands are enough.
So we like toys.
Yeah.
You make toys.
I do.
We own toys.
We do.
You don't need toys.
No.
If you don't have any money, go into your kitchen, you'll find something.
Yep.
If you don't have space or desire or anything for toys, use your hands. Use your fists. Use whatever body part you've got to smack another body part.
Yeah. And, you can be creative. Look in your kitchen, like I mentioned before, wooden spoons, spatulas.
Yes, we have ruined many a spatula and wooden spoon. Hairbrushes.
Yeah.
Back in the day, you used an old ping pong paddle.
Yep.
And then promptly broke it.
Yep.
The downside to using something, they're called pervertibles, where you take an everyday object and you pervert it into your kinky ways. The downside to using pervertibles is many, not all, are not really made for that, so they can break if you get kind of rough or you use it all the time. But some things like wooden spoons and belts, unless you're truly trying to really hurt somebody and put full force behind it and then hit a joint or a bone or something, it'll be fine. You can use it for forever. And again, don't have to spend any money if you don't want to or if you can't.
That's true. Brings us to number 3. Impact play creates a variety of sensations.
I tend to talk about how I feel and what I like in thud versus sting. That is how the vast majority of people on the receiving end of impact play talk about it. But that's not all.
True.
There are taps. There's deep sensations. There's sharp sensations. There's burning sensations. That's why I don't like the cane, because it feels like it's burning. There can be pressure. There can be thin slaps and smacks. And every sensation you can think of.
Yeah. There are people who mix impact play with sensation play. I have seen paddles with fur on one side of the paddle to give a soft sensation. I have seen paddles with rough sides to them to give, rougher sensations.
You make some of those
I do.
things.
I
This
do.
episode is
I
not
do.
sponsored by our shop, The Kinkery, thekinkery.com, but yeah, we do make kitty things. And yeah, so when you're thinking of what might I feel and what don't I like, it's fine to not like something. You don't have to accept impact play if you don't like the sensation, but there are a lot more sensations than most people think there are. If it's something you want to explore, experiment to find the sensations you do like.
Number 4, impact play isn't always about pain.
Yeah, so sometimes, most of the time, often, pain. We're going for a stingy pain, a thuddy pain, a sharp pain, or whatever. But even the worst, meanest, scariest toy, in my opinion, that would be the cane or a whip, can actually feel gentle or soothing or like a tap instead of a hard strike. And part of that is, like you said earlier, where if something's been added to it to add sensation, like fur or something rough. But also, it's about the intensity behind the strike. You
True.
can make a cane feel good to me until you get bored
Until I
with that.
don't.
Right. But you can, because if you come in slow and gentle and easy, I'm not feeling pain. I'm feeling pressure. I'm feeling sensations.
Same goes for a flogger, and that's something we experience because we've done that numerous times, where do what I call a sensual flogging, where it's almost like a massage for you.
It's my favorite kind.
Right?
On top of that, the reason people do impact play isn't always because they want to feel pain. Sometimes it's because they want to have a release or a catharsis of some sort, and impact play is an easy, well, maybe put air quotes on the easy way for them to get that, because it pushes their limits, it makes them feel emotions, it reduces them to tears or whatever, and they want to have an experience that isn't specifically about the pain. It's about what else they're getting from it. I know there are some submissives who are not into pain, but they will absolutely endure a spanking because it's a way to submit, or it's a way to serve, or it's a way to have control taken from them in some way, and it's not really about the pain. So there's lots of reasons to do and explore and to feel and to experience impact play.
That there is. And finally, number 5, start slowly and build up to more intense play and sensations.
If you're new to impact play in general, or you are new to a specific type of impact play, we do not recommend going in hard. That's how people get hurt. You want to, we've talked about this before, you want to test the product on yourself if you are the top or the dom, so you understand how it will feel. You want to test it on your submissive or bottom, so they can give you feedback of, oh, I didn't really feel anything here, or oh, that was too much, or oh, that's a sensation that I don't necessarily like, and whatever other feedback they might give. And then you can go in and play, but even then, you very rarely just start wailing on me, even though we do impact play all the time and would not consider ourselves newbies or new to most toys at this point.
And that goes to even when you get a new toy. Even if you've been playing for a while with a new toy, you don't really know how, every toy is different. It's going to feel different. It's going to bring different sensations. So when you start with a new toy, start a little slow, get the feel for it, let your bottom get the feel for it, then, have at it.
In impact play, you would like your bottom to get a feel for it. Your bottom's bottom? The bottom? The universal bottom? Bottoms everywhere. Bottoms up, quite frankly. So that is not the only thing there is to know about impact play. Those are sort of some high-level tips to keep in mind, to think about, especially when you're exploring new forms of play, or if you're just getting into it, or if you want to take it beyond spanking. If you are a longtime impact players like we are, what other things do you think people need to know as they get into it, or things that you've learned along the way that you weren't told and you kind of had to stumble upon that reality? Drop those in the comments below so we can all learn from one another. And yes, if you want to explore impact play a little deeper, we did do a really long episode on it. Links in all the places. Go forth and live your best impact play life is how we think of it.
Yep.
But that is it for us this time.
Mm-hmm.
If you enjoyed this, please give us a thumbs up. If you like it enough to want more and to come back, please consider subscribing.
And once you subscribe, I'd love it if you ring that notification bell to get updates and new content.
Just do what Daddy says. And if you like what we do and want to help us do more of it and get perks and content you're not going to get anywhere else, join us on Patreon at patreon.com/killalords. Bye.